We're here today with Luke Zocker, the captain of the Watab Womenlovers. The first question I have revolves around the intense rivalry going on in this game between Callahan, White Chocolate, Methodical, and yourself. We're just wondering if there's any bad blood between you two, or if you guys sorted it out from last year.
You know, Cal and I have been mortal enemies since the 6th grade.
Of course.
Ever since he took that one snare part in a percussion song that I wanted.
Absolutely.
And ever since then, I vowed to spill his blood on BGFL turf.
That's very understandable.
I think today is the day. It's going to be a massacre out there.
It's going to be a massacre. Okay, next question I have revolves around your absolutely horrendous play from last year, considering you almost single-handedly lost your team the game and also got broken in half by Cal. You actually fell down to the ground.
No, I didn't.
Probably the most famous moment. Actually, you got shattered. It doesn't matter.
I was still standing.
But he got shattered. Okay, we're just wondering if you can bounce back from this, or if you're emotionally distraught from what Cal did to you last year.
I'm emotionally distraught. That's probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me.
Obviously.
And it still haunts me to this day. So, next question.
Okay, last question I have revolves around just the general score of the game, because you said you were going to demolish them. You said there's going to be blood on the field. I'm wondering, a score prediction. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, in this game, you see you got two elite defensive teams.
Obviously.
And two very high-powered offenses. But I think defense in the BGFL is ultimately what always prevails. So I'm going to say 14-7 Women Lovers win.
Okay, usually we do 3 questions. I got one last one just because of another rivalry in this game between the wide receiver 1, Callahan Methodical, and the system wide receiver number 2, Zach Pakula, where Cal got voted into the All-Star game over Pakula. Can you speak to maybe Pakula's animosity towards Cal and maybe wanting to prove the doubters wrong?
You know, I was talking to Pakula about the incident, and he told me he took it personally.
Of course.
And Pakula is not someone you want to make mad. He's a very animated guy, a very competitive guy.
Yep.
He's always out there yelling, screaming, just fighting for extra yards. So I'm just glad I have a dog like that on my team, and I think that the entire BGFL fan base made a horrible decision not including my first-round pick in the All-Star game.
Okay, we heard from Luke, now we're going to hear from Cal. Back to you, Brandon Godden. Okay, today we're here with Callahan, White Chocolate, Methodical. First question I have revolves around the beef. I asked the same question to Luke. There's been an existing beef between you guys, he said, since the 6th grade from a band incident. Do you give credence to this idea that you guys have been beefing for this long?
Who's Luke?
Okay.
Boy, if you don't get...
Oh, that's a crazy response, considering that Luke is the commissioner of the league. Next question we have revolves around a comment that Simon Sanborn just said, revolving around Luke's comment of winning 14-7. Simon said you're going to score 14 points on the first drive. So he said that score line was completely inaccurate. And we were wondering what your score prediction is.
I mean, I think Simon could be right. I mean, obviously not 14 in one drive, but I think we're getting a pick 6 first play by them, honestly.
Okay.
He's gone. He's gone. Damn.
So I'm thinking 35-21.
35.
Boy, if you don't
guys
get...
winning?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Boy,
Last
if you don't
question I have revolves around, I already mentioned it again, this is an overlapping interview due to your intertwined connections. The first one, it's about your snapping of Luke, absolutely embarrassing him in front of the biggest game up to the point in the BGFL, and the biggest upset probably in BGFL history. We're wondering, do you think you can use that incident to get inside his head, a little bit of mental warfare?
I think now that I remember who Luke is, I mean, I snapped so many people's ankles.
course.
I remember that play now, though, because it was in the playoffs. Yeah, I think I can do that again.
Okay.
He didn't even win an award this year, so.
That's true. Luke did get second place in every single award. And so that will wrap up our coverage here. We're going to send it back to you, Brandon Godden. We got a good game in store for us today.
They're size 12.
And who's on clock? Oh, first.
Okay, Simon.
Their ass has been showing. Oh, nice fake handoff. Cal has the catch.
The whole team.
Yes, Cal.
You know what the fuck going on? In the lead motherfucking chopper, the top shotter, you hear me? I stand on top of shit. We doing this shit. Go. I whip the pad like I contain. I just got me a beamer. Used to ride in steamers. I'm hot as jalapeno. Bitch, I'm selling out arenas. y'all niggas won't come. Don't second guess this shit, I'm gon' blow. Whole lot shot when it come out the Drake. Chop a nigga up, then put him in the lake. Shots young nigga, they call me a snake. Fuck all that drink, shoot him in the face. In the hit and fire, he was dead by 6. Got shot 7 times, but the 8 shot me. 9 shots in the clip, could've sworn it was 10. If I was 12, I was 11 again. I need me a trophy, the best to send. You niggas ain't straight, y'all lesbian. And fuck your day homie, I say it again. If he come back to life, he dead again. Try to fight me, he gon' fight for his life. Swing with what? I'ma swing with the pipe. He's not cherishing it. Hey, take his life. Straight jacket music, I belong in the felonies and felonies. They're what they keep on selling me. This recipe is deadly. See, I be tripping like really. Ayy, shoot him in the head, should've had on the hard hat. Finish the beef as soon as you start that. Bitch, I shoot first, why the fuck would I spark? If you really a thug, let me see where your heart. If I say catch a body, little nigga, you catch it. If I tell you run out, is you really finessing it? If I give you a brick, are you gon' sell it? If you get in that jam, are you gon' start telling shit? Where's the smoke? Cause bitch, I'm inhaling it. Tell at the army, we got some artillery. Can they free my dogs? I'm being sincerely. Another op died, a nigga like seriously. Damn, another one. Damn, we shot him and then we killed his brother. Damn, we might as well get the money. You say you don't like doing drills, I love him. If my brother don't like him, I don't. Somebody tell him he in trouble. I paid too much for my motherfucking gun for me to scuffle. Got young nigga, I feel like Gucci. Fuck so hard, left blood on the cooch. Man, they say, ooh, put my thumb in the boot. I be damn, this dumb ass hoe just blew. Ain't with the murder, little nigga, I keep. That night he died, that was my idea. Told my nigga slide, make sure he don't leave. But that's a little secret, just keep it concealed. My metal a Mac, and I bet I attack. It's 100 some shots, and this gas will get back. He thought I was lying, that shit was a fact. Got shot in his spine, but you watching his back. He don't like doing drills, I love him. Fuck you talking about. Straight jacket music, I belong in the fight. Fuck nigga, what to do? Fuck a nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight jacket music, I belong in the fight. Straight jacket music, I belong in the fight. Fuck you too much.
Off top, run a nigga out his socks. Niggas talk more than bitches. Niggas really be on cock though. Just fucked the hoe out in France. Paint her face like Picasso. I iced out my vatos. I'm really up. Big ass beamer, big bands in my Bentley next. Don't play around on my phone, ho. Give me sex. Watch on my wrist. Out of date, but it's Rolex. Grizzly up next. I'm up now. Strap your bullet vest.
550, 600 hundreds, 720s. Let's get straight to it. 810s, what's that 8 bands? Hit the store and get some rubber bands, let's get straight to it. Everybody come together, everybody got the plan. He came with you, so if he steal it, fall on you, we on your ass. Hey, yo, mans, call his mans, make sure they ain't moving fast. Soon as they touch Atlanta, get with both, secure the bag, nigga.
A-back security, that's on my mama, bro. Ace and little hoe, she right there, dig Yokohama flow. Made that shit double, got a Uzi, I don't scuffle, not a banger with that banger in my glove like an airbag. Niggas only aiming in the sky, try those Air Max. All up in demons, copping shit like fuck a price tag. I'm ballin', ain't there a right nigga in the game that I'm calling. If I need help, about dollars by my CQ.
You swear your bitch faithful, she sent her location. I hit her at the trap indicator, she basic. Chop with the laser, get decapitated. Can't smoke, I'm on papers, hold on, this my Jamaica. Love one, niggas want me dead, so I'm steady praying. Ain't no disrespect without retaliation. Fuck a hotel, I hit her in the basement. Text her later like I'm done with you, I got a situation, baby.
Well shit, bro, let me get her then. I'ma dog her out the switcheroo to the Lions Den. Nigga talking down my bro, got more heat than a frying pan. Gucci around my hair, wrapped tight like I'm Taliban.
Like I'm Taliban, how we drop shit, go. Lot of dreadheads, lot of chopsticks. Touch my nigga, Yachty, get your top ripped. Don't ask the price if you know you ain't trying to come.
We're here with the big dummy, stupid head, loser, idiot, Simon Sanborn. And the first question I have revolves around the very tough loss that you had. You came out, you were slinging the rock, looking pretty good out there. Then all of a sudden it seemed to just fade, I guess you could say. Was there a reason for this?
That's the right word to use, yeah. Second half we got pretty tired. I was about to puke actually, so I had to wait to Cal. And we all know Cal's obviously better than Makula. I just don't know what happened. Yeah, Cal's WR1 material, so I'm just confused, honestly.
Yeah. You guys came in as the heavy underdogs, and at the beginning it looked like you had a chance. And there was one thing that we can all say, is that your defense was not up to par. They scored 2 one-play touchdowns on their first 2 plays. Yeah. And you had to resort to putting Cal at safety. He said fixed everything, when in fact, I don't think you guys stopped him the entire game. So,
yeah, Luke was just 10 times faster than me.
Yeah.
And when we stopped doubling him, he was open every time. And he did the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I just couldn't catch up.
Okay, last question I have revolves around your play today, not just the team. From an outside perspective, watching the game, it looked like you almost single-handedly lost your team the game from the terrible defensive strategy that you guys employed, and also the quarterback play.
Well,
Let me finish talking.
It looked awful out there. I mean, you threw one to Evan, and it was probably closer to Canada than it was to him. Do you have a reason for this?
It's because I know when I'm going to throw an interception, so I throw it over or to the side. That's why I do that. Someone as primal as you with a Walmart-sized brain might not understand that, but
Well, actually,
that's how QBs do their things.
That's true. As someone who's played quarterback before, I would say instead of throwing it to the wide open guy, which is what I would do, you seem to sit back there for about 30 or 40 seconds reading a book, maybe a newspaper every once in a while, take a nap. I could have probably read the entire Handmaid's Tale in the time it took you to take a throw. So I was just wondering why it takes you so long to throw the ball.
It's because I can actually predict what's going to happen in like 2 seconds in the future after I pass that, and what my wide receiver will do. And with someone like you who doesn't have high football IQ, you would just throw it to the open person.
Yeah, I would just throw it to the open person. Instead, you wait.
Not ideal.
You wait until the banana count to where the player's dead, and then if it's not dead, you throw it over him. That's really good play. Last question. I'm the interviewer here. Let me ask the question. Last question I have revolves around your red zone play, because it looked like you got in the red zone a couple of times, and you proceeded to throw it basically to Mexico. So I was just wondering why you did that.
Yeah, Luke set up the field actually.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of weird. It felt really short. The end zones felt like the smallest end zones I've ever played with. So I'm not sure.
Maybe your nose was just blocking the field.
Hey, also, hey, I got one more thing.
Yep.
We have corrupted refs in the BGFL. The fact that Daniel did not get called for holding twice when he ripped Cal's pants off almost. And sorry.
Okay, we're just gonna let him go.
Are you kidding?
He sounds like a deranged person going off on a rant. They lost by like 47 points. That one holding in the beginning of the play probably didn't matter considering they scored. We're gonna ignore what he said. Thank you for the interview, Simon Horny Eagle Sanborn. He's now a non. It's a pleasure being with you. Back to you, Brandon Godin.